Yes, hi. My name is Aaron Green. I was born in Durham, North Carolina in 1976, and my parents moved to Chesapeake, Virginia, when I was 2, where we lived in a typical suburban area. I had trouble breathing while playing with pals in a neighbor's backyard one afternoon. I couldn't breathe whatsoever I tried. I couldn't breathe, so I left to go home for help. My consciousness or soul, whatever I am, came out of my body, and I watched as my body fell to the earth. I was floating as I looked at my buddies and my body on the ground. I quickly reviewed my life. My 6 years as a child flashed before me in full detail. What was amazing was that I not only relived my past, but also felt my parents' emotions and dealings with me. In addition to reliving my life, I experienced the lives of those I had known. After that, I was floating and saw a light. I knew it was essential, but didn't know why or what. As I floated there, I remembered soul experiences. One highlight was reliving how I became a soul. I felt like a newborn, naive and ignorant yet delighted. God told me I was a fresh soul being made, and that God had a lovely life for us. God was really good to me, kind, compassionate, honest, kind, and gentle. To enjoy what God had planned for me, I had to freely choose those same traits. It was up to me to freely choose to be loving, kind, compassionate, honest, and that God had an experience for me and all these other souls that would help us grow into the kind of souls God wanted us to be to appreciate His existence. God said it would be short and difficult, but short. We could enjoy God's creation and our existence after this procedure, and we could easily get rid of the unpleasant stuff. I agreed with the plan, and my experience showed me that I picked this life and body. I learned I could have chosen anyone. I chose my birth parents. I chose the body because I wanted to be smart, but it had drawbacks. If I were smart, I'd be arrogant and mean. I wanted to be incredibly good-looking, but I learned that it would have changed my life and hurt my development. I chose a more ordinary-looking figure. I learned that many of my life events were pre-planned. I had my nose broken as a teenager. A guy hit me and broke my nose. I discovered that I had agreed to that before existence. I agreed to having my nose broken. I consented since I was shown a little film from a prior life where I had fought and wounded someone horribly. My nose would break in this incarnation because I'd wounded someone in a prior existence. I saw I would break and dislocate my shoulder. Arm troubles were coming. Then I was shown that in a former life I had damaged some people, and as a logical consequence, I would get injured in this incarnation. I saw that several of my relationships were prearranged. Different spirits agreed on their roles in each other's life. Some was planned, and I saw spirits preparing for life, while some wanted obstacles and difficulties to grow and become stronger, wiser souls so they could progress. I learned that we all evolve as souls via our struggles in each life. I learned that spirits are at different levels and will be happy or miserable after death. I also learned that sad souls aren't stuck. They can progress and go on. No soul stays the same forever. All of us can grow and improve, but we will all exit this cycle of reincarnation and leave this location. A happy life will be possible. I was shown everything clearly. After floating next to my body for a bit, an angel or creature of light advised me to return to my body. I instantly returned to my body, stood up, and went home. That was when I was 6, and here I am, 48, trying to relate my experience. I saw for myself that we exist outside of our bodies and will after death. My experience taught me that we should be kind, caring, loving, and helpful to each other. By doing that, we help ourselves grow spiritually and become the souls we're meant to be, and we assist others do the same. My experience is summarized there. Most importantly, it was clear that we're immortal beings with more than just physical bodies. Our physical bodies limit us, but when they're gone, we're freer, smarter, and can do more. But this body and existence are great opportunities to grow spiritually and become a more evolved soul. Another crucial factor was simplicity. Just be kind to others. We should be nice, empathetic, honest, caring, and help others when we can. I think the most important thing I learned from my experience was to try to be nice to others. The souls I saw seemed to be at different levels. Some souls were very simple, and some were very advanced, and their level of progress depended on their own efforts and experiences. They needed to grow through their own actions and learning, and there was no shortcut. I saw God, who was lovely, kind, and compassionate, and cared about me and everyone else. It was amazing to be with God, and there was no hate, judgment, meanness, or anything like that, only positivity and good. I talked to them. I interacted with God, other souls, angels, and guides. God helped me arrange this life and prepare for what was coming. I interacted with many beings, including angels and God. I couldn't see the world's future, but I could see some people's. I observed people who lied, mistreated, and used others. I saw that they will pay for their acts towards others. I also saw that lovely, caring individuals who were wonderful mothers and treated others well will be happy after death. Definition of God. God appears to me as strong, smart, loving, and compassionate. God loves us passionately and is most like kindness, compassion, honesty, and love. God created us as simple souls, but we must grow into God's love, kindness, compassion, honesty, etc. via our own efforts and experiences. We're all tiny pieces of God, and as we learn and grow, we become positive, loving beings like God. Do I think our lives are predetermined? I assume guides help arrange our life, but we're involved. We plan our life structure, course, and relationships with others with our guides, God, and other souls before we're born. Many aspects of our lives are predetermined, yet we have a say and a vote. We choose this life because we'll gain. We all struggle, but it's worth it. I learned that life and this experience are worth it. We learn a lot from this brief experience. We design our lives, so I suppose a lot of it is predetermined, but we accept it. Souls and guides plan our lives. If my child was in school, I might talk to them about what they'll do or enroll them in different classes. But I'd also chat to them about which class they'll be in first or help them pack their lunch. We could make plans to give them something else if they loathed it. However, all souls negotiate with their guides to organize their lives. Why do we come to this difficult world with so many problems? Because we're born as basic spirits with no experience. For wisdom and experience, we must visit Earth. We learn and understand by doing so. By going through something terrible and seeing all the negative things on Earth, we grow spiritually and learn that murder is wrong, love is good, hatred is bad, and kindness is excellent. We can observe what's good and bad, and that experience helps us grow and understand things better. It wouldn't be as clear without earthly experience. From our soul's timeless existence, we experience everlasting beings. Life seems endless, yet spiritually, it's like pulling off a band-aid quickly. We can rapidly get through life's challenges and enjoy what's next. Thus, we face the planet's challenges and events. But we've made this planet difficult because we've picked the wrong thing. Hatred, murder, stealing, lying. After choosing those things, we're suffering their repercussions. But if we start making better choices of love, kindness, compassion, and honesty, we'll get the benefits and experience a much better planet. It's up to each of us to choose more positive things and help build a better planet for ourselves and others. I hope people will overcome violence, hatred, thievery, and other terrible things. I hope we'll be able to go past war, famine, and hatred and enjoy a better life on Earth and be better prepared for what's after Earth with time and effort, as our souls become wiser and more experienced. I see life as soul education, kindergarten, preschool, boot camp. We learn quickly to be kind and not hurt others by coming here, and I think that's the purpose of life. To educate us and make us happier, higher level spirits, okay. When asked if I wanted to see God's face, I said yes. The thing looked like the sun, and there were millions and millions of faces fused with God, each representing a soul like me. They all have individuality, but were also part of God. I saw God, many souls combined into one enormous sun-like entity, kind of like the sun. I think of it as lifting weights at the gym. If you see someone lifting large weights, it's because they want to get strong and build muscle. I think the same is true for people. Those going through painful events will grow spiritually the greatest. A nice person going through a hard life is like seeing a heavyweight lifter at the gym. Though difficult, they'll acquire the most muscle and be the strongest. Because of their hardships, a person living a difficult life will get the most out of life, have the greatest spiritual gain, and be the strongest and wisest spiritually. It's hard and frustrating to see good people go through bad things, but they'll get a lot of spiritual benefit from it. And someday they'll appreciate those struggles because they've grown spiritually in a way that people with easier lives couldn't. I think my experience has made me want to improve. I'm trying to be kind and honest. It's made me ponder more about God and death. Many people focus on what they can accomplish for themselves or how much money they can earn, but I'm more concerned with how can I enhance my spiritual condition. How can I grow spiritually? I can help others how? I guess my perspective and lifestyle have changed. I'm more concerned about living a good life and being a decent person than monetary things. I suppose I could say a few things about that. One is that when we leave, we're all at some frequency dependent on our decisions and personalities. Whatever frequency we're at will attract like-minded folks. A hateful, cruel soul that seeks to injure others will be with other souls. Just like that, they'll hate and mistreat each other. But a loving, caring, and sympathetic spirit will be among other like souls. Wonderful things are coming. I observed that we'll all find like-minded folks. This technique is perfect. No lying or cheating. The only way to be with better people is to improve yourself. And that, the law of attraction is ideal. Each of us will find others like us. Also in life, we tend to be with individuals like us. However, the afterlife is even more intense because we're with spirits like us. Like attracts like, so we'll all have similar souls. It was what I saw. It appears uncomplicated. We should attempt to be decent people, help others, love them, do all we can to make this world a better place, aid whomever we can, be honest, kind, and compassionate, and be good to people and animals. We must not abuse animals or the environment. If we do those things and live a decent life, we'll have a happy future. I don't consider it punishment. If someone beats or is nasty to dogs their whole life, they may become a dog themselves. I don't consider it punishment. I regard it as education. Like, God's not punishing them. God wants them to learn and love. They suffer like a mistreated dog or other animal to learn and grow and treat others nicely. It's designed to educate, not punish. I think a person who mistreats animals may become an animal to learn not to do so.